Hey guys, I'm back over at Coachmen RV again today. There you go. We're looking at a 2016 Mirada from Coachmen. It's in for a couple of repairs, but I'm gonna have to get on the roof. Might as well knock out a roof inspection while we're at it. It's hard to see, but it actually did rain here. It rained in Phoenix, and this is just shortly after that slide repair. And so far, haven't got any phone calls from the customer, so I think that slide repair might have held up. Let's take a look at this thing. So of course it'll be best to have the slide outs out when we do this roof inspection. And this one didn't come in for a roof inspection, but this has a FRP roof material on it that we haven't done an inspection on. So let's take a look. All right, again, we're testing out the ladder. Feels solid enough. Looking at the feet, looks solid enough. All right, now this is FRP. This has this textured surface to it. This is very familiar, well, very similar to a Filon material. So FRP either means fiber reinforced plastic or fiber reinforced paneling. Either one, it's basically the same as Filon that you'd see on that Winnebago or the front cap on that travel trailer. So FRP is a fiberglass product. It's very thin. Most people are going to be familiar with it because it'll be on the walls and bathrooms. So it's very, very similar to Filon. It's not a true gel coat fiberglass. It's just a fiberglass sheet that rolls out. It's a sheet material. So it has, so it says fiberglass, so it's not a membrane. On this one, it's going to be using Dicor as a sealant, which you can see right there. So we're just going to be inspecting again. The only downside to this stuff is that I found that it does start to get brittle over time. Now, in time, I mean like 20 years. I have seen it crack, and I've seen some pop-up trailers that use this. The roof failed on that pretty quickly. Skylight looks really good. It's yellow, but that's not a big deal. Sealant looks good on that. I'll come back over here. This rear cap looks fine. That's just clear peeling. Pretty common. This is usually the weak point, right where that meets. And it looks like, I don't know, maybe it was torn here a little bit, and somebody went ahead and sealed over the top of that. You can see that this material is a little bit loose on the radius, and you can actually see it cracking a little bit right there. So I don't know if it's just the strain of this turn that did that, but FRP comes in and out of favor with RV manufacturers. I don't know why. Sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't. But yeah, this isn't a very good situation right there, because we're cracked kind of there and there and there. I have to advise the owner on that. Come over here to the AC. Not loose. We'll inspect the coils. Everything looks fine there. Obviously, it's hard to inspect this vent. You'd have to take those bolts off, and nobody ever does that. That's why I don't really like these covers. I appreciate what they do. That's why I like those max fans with the integrated roof lid, so you don't have to worry about leaves and garbage and everything getting stuck under there where you can't inspect it. All right. So it is kind of easy to see because it rained. There's a hump, so it's not completely flat there. So even though it's seamless, because it's screwed down over here, it bunches up this radius. Water won't, well, just to make its way off over there. Of course, that's basically where the crack is. So again, same thing right over here. We'll inspect the edge right here. This edge looks like they're using non-leveling or non-sagging Dicor on the edge. It's a little bit softer, so it's not silicone. Now, I know I get a lot of comments, why does this always look so awful right here? like so much on there, because this sealant right here is just going to be flashing to seal around the entire side right here. It's not about a beauty contest, it's just about functionality. All right, so this slide out topper, I don't know if you can see those little tiny holes. That edge is giving out on that material. So this thing's about ready to fail would be my guess. The stitching that's holding it together is coming loose. We'll try to take a look at the top of the slide out. I don't see anything obvious there. That sewer vent cap looking fine there, because remember there's a galley, a bathroom, a shower, and another rear bathroom. So I don't know if it's at 2 black tanks and 2 gray tanks. I would assume that's how they did it. Well, this is kind of odd. This awning got rolled up backwards. This fabric should be on the top, and I shouldn't see white there, so I'm gonna guess something bad happened. We'll have to talk to the owner about that one too. Check out this AC. That AC's nice and strong, and if we come over to here to this fabric, so it's always a good idea to run your slide outs out when you're checking your roof. This fabric let go. Remember that stitching I pointed out on the other one? This one let go completely, so a little plastic insert that holds it into this rail is stuck in the rail but not attached to the fabric. So this fabric needs to be changed out. It's going to be pretty important. It'd be better to take this entire fabric off than to leave it like this, because what will happen is this big thing becomes this funnel that gets all the rainwater and actually directs it right into the middle of the slide out roof and overwhelms whatever slide system, sill system they would have. So if you're going to not put one on, you better at least take this one off. And then we're almost done, or almost to the front. Looks like somebody went ahead and added a little bit of a diverter or gutter right there. I don't know if that's clever or not. I could recommend a little bit of sealant right there, because this one's painted. I would probably really recommend either a ProFlex or a clear silicone right there. You could go with the non-sagging Dicor, but it'll be a big white stripe there and it'll look ugly. As far as the front seam goes, again, we'll do the important stomp test, see if it's loose anywhere. Looks like there's a little bit of a gappage right there. I'd probably recommend we cut that and reseal. No, this does not look like Dicor sealant, because Dicor wouldn't turn to powder like that. I don't know what sealant this one is, so I guess I would probably have to recommend, I don't know what Coachmen did, because they obviously painted it at the factory. That's a weird situation. I always find weird things, and I didn't mean to. Yeah, so I would have to recommend resealing this front molding there. It almost feels like that butyl sealant that people use on skylights, that people try to talk you into using because it won't damage the skylight, but I would not put that stuff on top if it were me. Other than that, more clear coat is peeling, and I think I saw something right here. It looks like an imperfection in the fiberglass. So I was resealing. I'd just go ahead, clean that up, and touch that up with a little bit of sealant. Well, there's one final look at it. Alright guys, well there you have it. 2016 Coachmen Mirada Class A motorhome roof inspection with the FRP. We found a number of things wrong with it, surprising the amount. So needs to reseal the front cap. Got some damage on that rear corner right there. Paint's peeling, slide out toppers are bad. This awning's got the patio awning's broken and rolled up wrong. So it's That's why it's important to always inspect these things. This didn't come in for a roof inspection, but you can see even on that front cap, that sealant and that little imperfection in the fiberglass, left like that for a number of years, you'll start causing a lot of damage, and by that point it'll be too late. So it's always important to inspect it at least once a year. Twice couldn't be bad, but do be careful up here, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. As a tech, I'm never concerned about it, but I know as the owners, it's important to know the model number. So it looks like it's a 35BH. So Ford chassis, so it's probably got the big V10 in it. That's quite the motorhome. That's kind of a pretty useful motorhome there with it's a dual bunk house. That's pretty cool. Now this is a customer's coach, so I don't like to do a walkthrough through somebody's house, because I don't know if they have everything hidden that does not want to be seen. But it's a really nice floor plan because it's a bunk house. In the hallway, it's got a residential refrigerator, a rear bath, it has a mid-coach bath too, and then a front overhead bunk that comes down. So this is a pretty rare coach. This is on a gas chassis, a Ford. And it has a residential refrigerator, but that's not what we're doing this video. So let me go see if I can't run this out. They're always difficult, aren't they? You think fewer slide control. There's a bunk house. There we go. Wow, looks like the batteries are dead. Yeah, well, let's try this again, hopefully with battery power. Of course, the slides won't work if the engine's running. So I need to get the generator going so I get battery power so I can turn off the engine so I can run the slides. That's not an uncommon thing in this world. Okay, we'll try it again. Yeah, so these are Swintech slides, so you need good battery voltage, and remember to hold your finger down the entire time. Let's speed this up and get on the roof. Might as well take a look at the bunk lift, right? There's the driver's seat. Get those out of the way. There it is. Now this is a cousin of the slim rack bed slide out system. So I don't know what to think. So this awning is going out the wrong way, so the fabric should be going from the top. So let me just run this thing all the way out and see if we can't roll it back the other way. So I'm just going to keep hitting the out button right there till it's all the way out. Hopefully it'll just roll around the other way. They're not supposed to do that, but nothing's ever really good, right? Alright. So now we're going back up the right way. That's how it should be going on. That's at least something good. No charge fix on that one. Just rolling up the right way. Now, that makes more sense.